that was just introduced, and we have a lot of our dealers very interested in this. They're actually starting to put it in their demo rooms now, which is really important, because once they start to see the functionality that Jamil will show you in a second, it starts to scream of all the different things you can do with it. A lot of the things that we're looking at to help our dealers is that a lot of key op training has to happen. With the Smart Operation Panel, you can actually link to our Click to Learn site. So it's actually the key op training.
Very cool.
So it's all set up for the end users, or even dealer training, whatever it is. It's actually ready to go.
So training videos on the screen.
You can put training videos right on the screen. The operation manual, like the old joke, is the second thing that they do after it's installed, is throw up the operation manual. It's there, it's accessible, and then Jamil's going to show you a lot of other things that are really interesting with it. But we're kind of looking at it now is that there's a lot of opportunity, to be able to.
How you guys doing?
Good.
Okay, so basically, what it is a Smart Operation Panel. It's tablet-like interface. If you're familiar for some of the smart devices, it has 5 spaces that you can work with. Those are the quick jumps to it. So currently we're at the middle screen. You can jump to a last screen, or you can just do a flick motion, right? And you have a web browser, which is HTML5 enabled or supported. It uses this is our legacy interface that you're familiar with, minus the hard buttons, all soft keys, right? And then remember the simplified key user. So what we did is that simplified screen, we made it much more simple. So now you have.
That's nice.
Now you could select your color if you wanted to, right? Exit out. You can do something, and the good thing about it is that you can actually save it as a default if you wanted to. Right? You could restore it back to factory, or you could save it as a program, and then it will be done. Right now, it's always going to be there. And for example, in the past, we used to do program, right? So what you can do is it's a little bit simpler now to drop the icon right on the front page. So basically, if you wanted to do a specific type of program, just selecting a bunch of stuff, right? And you're doing a program, you just say click on program. We'll choose the open spot, and we'll call it what do we call it? We'll call it Andy. Okay, exit out, and then you basically at home screen, wherever there's an empty spot, you just highlight it, go to icon, machine applications, you browse to it, and choose Andy. Andy's right there.
There you go, you're a star now.
And then, so now what you do is, instead of going to, going to copier and recalling your program, or in the other standard panel, you have to do 2 extra steps, and now all you have to do is click on that, and you're right there at the screen. Okay. There you have it. And then, as for the browser, you can create bookmarks. So right now we have a bookmark for Click to Learn, which you probably heard at the general sessions. This is one of our site that it's product training, basically. So the customers can go to that site and learn what to do. The one benefit of Smart Panel is you can actually do it right at the Smart Panel.
Yeah.
So because it's HTML5 enabled, you get to do all the cool things you could do on your iPad or Android-based device. So it's all interactive. And one that Mike was talking earlier is just that user guides. The CDs get thrown away and the manuals get stuck under the machine or whatever. Now you have a user guide right at the panel. It talks to the web server, and it's all it's web based, so you could do a certain search. For example, I want to do a search on scan, so it will pull up all the stuff for scan. And since we have a big bottleneck of bandwidth, and cool thing about that is you could also print it out. So for example, it's almost done. So let's just give it.
Page, right?
Yeah, and then so based on what settings, so see all the settings came up.
Yep.
These are things based on what you select. You can just simply print it if you wanted to.
Which we love.
That's the name of the game, right?
So it'll print out a page based on whatever you wanted to do. So when the printing part, what you could do is you could do settings too. I mean, page layout, how do you want it, text size. And then one button rules them all. I'll click on that and you're right there.
Very sharp.
So you have a couple of widgets right now. Coming next year, January 2014, we'll have the SDK support, so all the Java apps will be supported on this. And user tool, you're familiar with that, right? And then you also have a screen features. The reason it said that because it says you didn't hit exit, buddy. Okay, so screen features will let you set up wireless network. Okay, you can let you set up sound. It has a sound and keyboard style. One thing I like about this panel is that you have on-the-go change of language. So if you wanted to do Espanol, and it will change the.
It's very responsive. It's quick.
Yeah,
it's right there.
Give it a try as far as the functionality. As you can see, it is as you're swiping back and forth. Just try it yourself. It's just very, very responsive, and that's one of the things I think
Yeah, it's really nice.
And as far as entering something, it's pretty responsive too. So for example, if you wanted to enter something, right? So it doesn't have a lag in there that hit a button and said you're waiting for it to show up.